Hello everybody. We all have energy, our own energy that's in our aura, and we have to be very careful that we don't give too much of our own energy away. It's okay to give energy to people, to give support and love and help them. However, if we keep giving our energy away, eventually our aura will become depleted. The reason I wanted to talk about this is to get you to understand the difference. So we give our energy from our aura. The other way to give energy is to channel it, is to send them a healing light or give them a healing light or give them love energy. This doesn't deplete from your aura. I think people who work in areas with lots of people, like doctors and nurses in hospitals, in hospice, teachers, even hairdressers and people who are counsellors, they're probably not aware that they're actually giving their energy away, and that's why at the end of the day they feel so tired. It's not a bad thing to give to other people, it's actually a good thing. But when you're doing it energetically all the time, it's not good for your aura. You'll come home and you'll be really tired. So the way to do this is to start to understand it and then do it differently. We don't give our energy to people. We give them the channeled energy. We give them the healing light. We give them the love, but it's not actually coming from our aura. It'll be easy to do this with people who are more or less strangers, who aren't in our close circle. However, when it's our family and friends, we very easily just give over our energy like this. It's just natural, and there's nothing really wrong with it. We do have an energy body which can accommodate giving away some. It's just that if you do it for too long and with too many people, you will become very depleted, and then that will affect your well-being. Once I realised the difference between giving my energy away and giving them universal energy or healing light, love, it helped me a lot. Therefore, I just started to do it in that way. Some people have said to me when I do absent healing for them or read, "Oh, you must get so tired." And I always say, no, I don't. I always feel actually quite enlivened after I've done it. I feel good after I've done a reading or something. And that's because I didn't actually use my energy. There would have been a tiny bit I would have used for connection. However, when I was reading, I was channeling. When I was doing the healing or sending it, I was actually channeling healing energy, healing light. It's good for you to change how you do it. It's also good for you to do one other thing, which is to take your energy back. Now, we're not taking our love back from these people, but with some people in the past, we've probably energetically given them way too much. We're the one always filling up the big cup. They're not doing much filling, and you'll know those relationships where it seems pretty one way, you're giving it, and in a way you're almost propping up the relationship because you're the one who's energetically been giving to that relationship on lots of levels. I suggest you do a little meditation, and with those people who perhaps have got too much of your energy, you pull your energy and bring it back into your aura. That's all you have to do. So you see the person psychically and you say, "I'm just going to take my energy back now because I actually need it." And you pull it back. I see it coming back, going back into my aura, and then I send them lots of love. I'm not taking anything away from them. You can even send them healing light. You're actually giving them probably a higher vibration than we are ourselves. It's very good for the relationship to do this. And there's two reasons. The first reason is you won't get so depleted. And it stops it being a fairly one-way relationship energetically, where you're doing everything and they're basically giving back nothing. The other reason it's very good is because it creates balance now in the relationship, and that will actually have something to do with changing the power balance in the relationship as well, because the one who's giving the most energy actually will have the least power. And when you give someone a lot of energy, at times it can be good, I suppose, if it is sick or they need that support. However, I actually think that they can actually feel suffocated by us. If we're doing too much for them, they'll actually maybe feel somewhat smothered. Our intention would be good, but the outcome for them might not be as valuable or good. Therefore, if you just stop doing it and you just give them the light, channel it, send it, it'll actually be better. It'll have a different way it goes into the aura as well. It won't have your signature on it, so to speak. It'll be universal light or healing light or love or the different colours or the pink light, however you like to send it. You'll also be able to send them lots and lots of good vibes in the day, or you send them good light and white light. These things don't have your signature on it per se. They are things that we can draw and use. When it has our signature on it, if people have kind of an issue, maybe they're super independent or they're a little bit controlling and they like to do it their own way, when your energy goes into their field with your name on it, they will actually not like it sometimes and reject it just because it'll just be something they do, something you can't stop them doing. However, if you don't do it this way and send it with no signature on it, it's more likely to go in. That's just what I've observed. I want you to take away from this podcast these understandings, because it's going to change your entire life, how you deal with things and how you deal with people. And also it will really long-term help your health. We have a certain amount of energy that we run in our aura. When we use that energy, it will deplete. We can fill ourselves up with healing light. I do it all the time, and love. However, if I have too many calls on my energy, I will be energetically drained and my energy will be much lower. It's like there's not as much gas in the tank, and it wasn't really necessary to do it that way. The other way to protect yourself is to take a bit of time out. You don't have to save the world. You don't have to fix everything up all the time. It's not really a good way to live anyhow. You just give support and love to people. So detach on some level, which is a good thing energetically. Maybe have more time to yourself, be in nature more, be with people who are giving them the same amount back in the relationship. Be quieter, turn the music off, just listen to the silence, meditate, do some yoga, watch some bad TV. It doesn't really matter what you do, it's just don't give out any energy for a while and keep bringing energy into your aura. Just keep bringing it in and bringing it in. You'll know when you feel depleted because you just feel drained. There's no other word for it. Often people will also get signs like get headaches or migraines. Sometimes their back will hurt. Often they just feel tired all the time, and they're not per se depressed tired. They just actually are tired energetically because the energy is low. So you need to do your recharge, and these are the ways that you can recharge. You'll probably have your own special recharge methods, so call those in. And I would suggest that during this time you just keep clear of the energy drainers, the energy vampires, and I've done a podcast on them. These people just don't know how to access their own energy, therefore they'll just feed off, hook into people and just feed off. And you will find that even though you can put a lot of protection up with them, they still sometimes are really good at it. And you still come away and somehow they got in there and hooked in and leaked, and off you went. You went home and you feel dreadful and they feel great because they've had a refill. Also keep your contact with these people very short. If you're on the phone, I would use text rather than speak because there's less energetic draw on you. And while you're going through a low period in your energy, just make the meeting for next week or in a week's time or a few days' time until you can pick your energy up. Our energy is very important and we need to maintain it because it runs our aura. Once we start giving it away like this, we don't have as much to run the aura, and long term we can't actually help as many people. See it as a cost benefit to take care of myself, stop the drainage, and having done that meditation where I brought my energy back in, and I did that mostly with relationships where I thought it was very one way. Sometimes they can be in your family and friends group, even at work. You just bring your energy back into your aura, you'll feel the difference. And you'll feel the difference in the relationship. We'll have more balance, I feel, and less pull on you. They will know this energetically that you've retracted your energy from them. They'll feel it. You don't have to say anything to anyone. They'll just know. And you can do this with people who are very close to you, people who are living in the house with you. You can do this as well. It doesn't have to be people who are far away. I don't tell people that I've done it. I wouldn't like to hurt their feelings, and most of the people I would tell don't believe in this work anyhow, so there seems to be no point in saying anything. But I do notice that I felt better, and I had to be conscious with them too. That's the other thing. You need to continue to be conscious of who drains your energy and who you're just giving it to without even thinking about it. It's just automatic pilot. They come into your sphere and off you go. You're just pumping them full of energy. Don't do that anymore. Send them energy, send them light, send them love. Do not give them your energy anymore, because you're here to do work. That's why I think you're listening to this podcast. You're like me, we've got service work to do, and we still need to keep looking after our little energy temple, as I call it, because that's what's going to get us through life. We're still human, or we still have a body and an energy body which we need to keep intact so we can do the work we're supposed to do. I hope you found this fascinating. I did. When I first found out about it, I was like, oh, that explains it all. And then when I used to come home and feel drained, I would realise what was going on here. I actually always made a intention that when I'm with you, you will not drain my energy with those naughty ones. And I actually think that worked quite well. On some level, I noticed they were a little bit more cranky with me that day, but I'm like, oh, this must be working, because they were trying to access and I wouldn't give my energy. But I gave lots of love and support and talked and channeled light, etc., etc. I hope your energy stays intact this week, and don't give it away. Just give the love away and the healing lights away. Okay, love to you and light.